Hey, my name is Josh Cantwell, and I own and run a bank. Well, technically, it's what's called an invisible bank, which means you can't physically visit it, but the point remains the same, because this bank contains tens of millions of dollars of other people's money, which I can access on demand to fund all of my high-profit real estate deals, just as easily as if that money was in my own personal checking account. And it allows me to close 2 to 6 high-profit deals each and every month without putting in any of my own cash or worrying about my own credit on the line. And the best part is, I want to show you exactly how to do the same thing. I want to show you how to build up your very own invisible bank with millions of dollars in on-demand funding so that you can unlock access to the best, deeply discounted, pennies on the dollar deals in your market. I'm talking about the kind of deals that are usually only accessible to all cash buyers. And now you can quickly close those deals with confidence using other people's money, even if there's nothing but tumbleweeds in your own bank account. Because while having the cash to close is by far the most important attribute any real estate investor can have. Nobody ever said, though, that it has to be your cash in order to close and reap the rewards from these deals. You just need access to the money. And once you have it, well, you can forget about all the overcomplicated strategies that the gurus fill your head with. You don't need 742 methods of finding deals. You don't have to spend thousands of dollars on postcards. You don't need ninja negotiation skills. You don't need to spend thousands of dollars on bandit signs or postcards. You don't need any crazy whiz-bang software that's impossible to figure out. There's really only 2 steps. When you have the funding in place, the entire process of making big money just comes down to 2 things. Number 1, find an undervalued, underpriced property, or have somebody else find it for you. And then number 2, buy it using other people's money. Simple as that. And every time you complete one of those simple 2 steps, you can generate a $25,000 or a $50,000 or $100,000 payday for yourself. So it doesn't take very many of these deals before you can gain all the financial and time freedom that you've ever wanted when you're making a $25,000 or a $40,000 or a $60,000 profit on every deal. And I want to personally help you get there to making those profits and having financial and time freedom as soon as possible. Which is why it's my privilege to announce the exclusive Freedom Funding coaching, mentoring, and partnership program, where I personally advise you and guide you step by step to attracting all of the invisible bank funding that you'll ever need for your deals. To close as many of these high profit deals as you want and do it within 7 days or less, because you can close all cash. Now, this program is hands down the most effective method ever developed for quickly and easily finding and structuring all the funding that you could ever need or ever want. Since I've had my invisible bank set up with access to millions of dollars, I never have to go get a bank loan. I never have anybody pull my credit, check whether I have a job, see how much cash I have in the bank, or anything like that. In fact, because the ability to raise money at will is by far the most valuable skill in any investor's toolbox, I consider this program my most important contribution to the real estate world. The magnus opus of my 14-year career. Because inside this program, I solve the funding mystery for you once and for all. Not through some worthless theory, not through some garbage, but through some battle-tested strategies for attracting millions and millions of dollars of private capital like a moth to a flame in the middle of the night. I've been attracting capital for the last 5 years at a breakneck pace. Now, because I'm literally handing you this exact system that I've used to raise tens of millions of dollars of invisible bank funding, and then convert that funding into millions of dollars of successful deals and profits for myself and my students. Look, I don't care if this is your first year of investing, your first day of investing, or your 20th year as an investor. It doesn't matter if you're just jumping in right now or whether you've been doing it for a long time. As soon as you master the simple principles, inside of this funding program, you're going to be able to immediately establish yourself as the A player in your market that everybody else wants to work with and chooses to invest in. You're going to achieve true top of the food chain positioning in your market, just like me. And you'll get first crack at all the juiciest deals because you'll be known as the one with the deepest pockets, with the most money, who can close the quickest. And people will simply be handing over their best deals to you. And that's what happens when you have this multiple millions of dollars in this kind of open checkbook funding at your disposal. You can walk into a property, if you like it, you buy it. Somebody has a referral for you, you like it, you buy it. So I'm going to teach you everything you need to know to put that power into your hands. So in these core freedom funding coaching classes, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to reveal how to use invisible bank funding to close those cash buyer only deals within 7 days or less. Even if you lack credit or a down payment, I don't need those. Nobody ever checks my credit. Nobody ever asks me for a down payment because those are the things that make it impossible to get a traditional bank loan. I'm also going to reveal to you in these core classes how to force even the most risk-averse investors to stand up and scream, "Take my money!" So you never have to walk away from a high-profit deal again because you lack funding, okay? In addition, in these core classes, I'm going to reveal to you the extremely common amateur hour mistakes that I've seen over and over and over that new investors and amateurs make that unknowingly repels the kind of A-player lenders who would otherwise happily hand you millions of dollars in private money. You know, you need to do the opposite of what other investors are doing here, and lenders will hand you more money than you could ever think of and ever personally use. It's happened for me. I have access to more money today than I would ever need to do my own deals, and that's why I'm available to partner with you. Also in these core classes, I'm going to reveal to you the sneaky social club method that creates enormous competition among private lenders and allows you to get even better deals done with more favorable terms with your investor lenders. And when you control the terms, you're able to add thousands of extra dollars of profit on each and every deal. Did you know that having access to true private money instead of hard money or conventional bank funding, it could be the difference in doubling the profits on your deals. Just one deal, you could double the profit depending on the type of funding that you get. In addition, I'm also going to share with you in our core classes how to easy pivot, how to do what I call the easy pivot strategy that allows you to close on a cash buyer only deal, even if you can't get any cash, how you can simply pivot from a cash buyer only offer to getting a private lender or a hard money loan. I've closed on some of my most profitable deals, starting with a cash offer and pivoting into a private lender loan. In addition, I'm going to reveal to you how to generate massive proof of funds letters that force bankers and realtors and sellers and wholesalers and bird dogs and other people in your community to take you seriously. Because you're the A player. You're the one that establishes yourself inside as a rare commodity, somebody that has the ability to fund deals and close quickly. You'll be amazed at how many lucrative opportunities will fall into your lap once you have a reputation that begins to spread. We get calls every single week from wholesalers and realtors and asset managers and bird dogs that say, "Hey Josh, I know you have cash to close. I found a great deal. I don't have the money. Do you want it?" And the answer is yes. I'm also going to reveal to you in these core classes the secret language of the ultra rich, their fears, their desires, how they easily communicate, and how you can know what's important to them and how that will open the doors to getting unlimited property purchasing power. I'm also going to reveal to you the easiest way to find invisible bank funding so you can spend less time chasing after money and more time producing life-changing profits on your own from the deals that you flip. I'm also going to reveal to you the double dip deal structure that allows you to walk away with a check as soon as you buy a property. Now, I've been doing this for over 6 years, so whenever I buy a property, I structure it that I usually make about the same money as a wholesaler would make. 2 grand, 5 grand, 7 grand. I get that up front when I buy a property, and much bigger checks weeks later when I flip the property and the property actually sells. This way, you can enjoy immediate profits now and a second check when the property sells down the road. In addition, I'm also going to show you and teach you how to monopolize your local money market and create a swarm of untapped first-time lenders who only want to work with you. Other investors don't even know that these people exist. I'll show you how to find them, where to get them, and how to get them routinely coming back to you to fund your deals over and over and over. I'm also going to teach you, and you're going to discover the maximum amount to bid on a property to ensure that you're buying it safely, you're getting a double-digit return for your investors, and you still end up stuffing $25,000, $45,000, $55,000, $80,000 or more in your pocket every time you flip a house. If you just stick to this simple formula, stick to it religiously, never ever get away from it, every deal you do should have major success and plenty of meat on the bone for you, for your investors. Everybody should have plenty of equity in the property. In addition, I'm also going to tell you and teach you about what I call the invisible banker bat signal that causes the richest people in your town to reach out to you. So you get all of the money that you'd ever need without having to cold call or even hard sell anyone. Guys, this is about education. People just need to know that they can give you their capital and they can get a 10 or a 12 or a 15% return and have the collateral, the real estate, backing their investment. In addition, I'm going to reveal to you, and you'll understand that anything else that you would need, right? Everything else that I've done over the last 5 years, I'm going to share with you our profit predictor worksheets, our notes and mortgages, and all of my secrets to secure millions of dollars of private capital. Now remember guys, there's no theory here. I'm not teaching you something that somebody else is doing that I read in a book. I've raised millions and millions of dollars in private capital over the last 5 years. I've been doing it now for over 12 years. And so every strategy I'm teaching you has been tested, used, proven on the battlefield in the real world. I've personally used these strategies to raise tens of millions of dollars and fund hundreds of deals for myself and hundreds of deals across the country for my friends, my partners, and my coaching students. So when you follow the entire blueprint, there's no reason you can't create a massive cash reserve of your own. That's what everybody's after, right? Building up the cash reserve, the cushion. Hell, just master these basic strategies and you should still easily be able to raise enough money to support 1 or 2 big profit flips per month. You know, just with a couple $100,000 of private capital, you'll be able to satisfy all your financial goals. Now, how far you take this thing is up to you. My goal is to give you the ammunition to raise as much funding as you need to reach your goal, no matter how aggressive those goals happen to be. But these coaching classes are just a tiny, small fraction of the value delivered to you when you join the Freedom Funding Coaching and Mentoring and Partnership Program, because I wanted to make sure this was extremely easy for you, as easy to get into as possible for you. I wanted to remove any human error from the equation and put you in a position that practically ensures your success. I don't want you ever stressing about, what you're going to say to these invisible bank lenders, how you're going to talk to them, what you might present to them. How does the whole process work? Which is why, in addition to the classes, I'm also going to give you access to my proven 8-figure Make It Rain private money PowerPoint presentation. This is my secret sauce behind my multi-million-dollar funding, because this expertly crafted presentation makes rich people want to throw their money at you while thinking it was their idea, while thinking it was the best use of their money, which it is. Guys, listen, it's not about coincidence. You see, after years of me perfecting this presentation, dialing it in, practicing it, refining it, working on it, asking questions, listening to responses, right? I know what all the emotional hot buttons are. And that's exactly how this presentation is built. Better yet, it communicates all of this in their own language, speaking to them about what's important to them. The volatility of the stock market, the low returns in the bank. I know what they're thinking, and it's crafted to overcome those challenges so that they give money to you and it achieves their financial goals. So when you walk someone through this presentation, you never have to worry about feeling like a salesperson. You're never begging for money. Instead, you're a welcomed guest. It's a viable asset offering a unique opportunity that's impossible for people to say no to. You know, when they get a fixed return, it's a double-digit return backed by real estate, it just resonates with people. It makes sense. I've literally used this exact presentation to raise tens of millions of dollars of private money, hundreds and hundreds of my own deals, and hundreds of deals for others. And I guarantee you can use it to turn people in your town into your private money partners. Take their cold hard cash and use it anytime you need. Of course, as persuasive as this presentation is, even though it's all scripted out for you and makes acquiring funding extremely easy, before it can help you, you need people to show it to. You need to be able to talk to people. You need to kind of have prospects for your invisible bank. But that's not a problem for you either, because when you decide to enroll and join the Freedom Funding Coaching and Mentoring and Partner Program today, I'm also going to walk you through the fastest method for finding private invisible bank lenders and investors. I'm going to show you how to click and collect private money. I'm also going to give you access to this, what we call Click and Collect Private Money Masterclass. And I'll show you how to easily uncover hundreds of invisible bank lenders in any market in under 10 minutes, using nothing more than your laptop, your smartphone, and a couple of websites. If you've ever used Google or Facebook or Amazon, well, congratulations. You already have some of the skills that you need to uncover hundreds of big money invisible bank lenders and investors that are currently giving out their cash. They're already doing it. They're already funding deals as we speak. Did you get that? These people are actually low-hanging fruit. They don't need convincing. They're already giving out their money to property buyers in your town. They're already funding deals in your area. And so I'm going to show you the smoothest, simplest way to find dozens of these lenders, right? That's millions of dollars in available funding that's out there right now, and people are already funding deals. That's why we call this the $200 billion invisible bank. Because in under 10 minutes, and by conducting some very simple but very specific searches on your laptop, your smartphone, now you don't have to worry about chasing some kind of low percentage method, something where you have to present to a bunch of people to hopefully get one. Now, all the private invisible bank capital that you'd ever need is at your fingertips, just ready for you to bring in and use for your deals. And you're literally just a few clicks away. Use your mouse, uncover the money, combine this automated money finding strategy with the workhorse PowerPoint presentation that I mentioned earlier, and you're a lock to find the funding that you need for all your big profit deals. So now, you just need to know which kinds of deals are worth bringing in. But that won't be a problem either, because when you join the Freedom Funding Coaching and Partnering and Funding class, you're also going to get access to my free, unlimited deal or no deal evaluation coaching. Now, this is for the people who are existing members of this program. This is one of their favorite parts, because anytime that they come across a deal or you come across a deal and you think this might be worth doing, looks like a decent deal, you can submit this to our Deal Genie website. You can give us the details of the property, the purchase price, if it needs any improvements, the after repaired value. Give us the property address, and my team and I will dig in and evaluate that deal for you. We'll let you know whether or not there's enough meat on the bone to profitably pursue that deal. Whether it's something that you should get private funding for, whether it's something maybe that instead you should wholesale, but we'll tell you exactly what to do to exit on that deal. Or if you'd be better served to move on and just not do that deal at all, Well, we'll tell you that too. So now it doesn't even matter if you're completely new to the game, if you've never done a deal, or maybe you've just done 2 or 3 deals before. Because together, my team of coaches and I, we have an entire lifetime of experience flipping houses for big profits, and we're allowing you to leverage all of our years and years and years of experience. So that you're free to start basically taking massive action with full confidence. You don't have to worry about, is this a deal or not? You don't have to worry about thumbing back through some manual or some webinar that you listened to weeks ago to see if this is a deal or not. You don't have to worry about that. You'll have full confidence in knowing that you're never in jeopardy of getting caught up in a bad deal. In fact, if you want to really simplify the process and start generating checks the fastest and shortest amount of time possible, then after you submit a deal to us, after we verify that the numbers work out, the deal makes sense, follows our automated offer formula, and it's worth doing, then look, if you want to fast forward the process, guess what? We'll even fund that deal for you. That's right. As a member of our Freedom Funding coaching, mentoring, and partnership program, you have the option of partnering with me and having me fund your deals for you using my private invisible bank capital. My company is called Freeland Ventures. We run a lending company, a servicing company, and several private equity funds. And using the same money-raising strategies that I'm teaching you now and that I've been using for the past 12 years, I've been able to secure tens of millions of dollars of private funding. That's inside of our invisible bank right now. That's more than I could ever use on my own deals. We're already flipping 10, 15 houses at any one time. So instead of that, what we decided to do was continue to flip 10, 15 deals at a time. In addition, we also started funding 10, 15, 20, 25 deals each and every month for my friends and my business partners and my coaching students and people just like you. This creates a huge win all the way around. My students are happy because I hand them lightning fast funding that they can use to close quickly instead of losing out on any of those high profit deals. And my investors are happy because we offer predictable, reliable returns on their money. In fact, it's gotten to the point where my investors want me to put as much of their capital into action and get it deployed as fast as possible. So while it's my plan to show you how to raise your own multi-million-dollar funding and have your own private invisible bank, we don't want you to be reliant on us long term. Matter of fact, getting your own funding is the cheapest and most flexible way to go. But in the beginning, while you're in the process of getting that money together, I'll simply hand you some of the money that you need to fund your deals, right? So you can start cashing big life-changing checks right now. Even if you don't have any down payment, you don't put any money down on the property, that's fine, because at Freeland, we're actually asset-based lenders, which meaning the primary factor, the most important factor on whether we lend to you or not is actually the deal itself. As long as you bring in a juicy enough deal to the table, as long as you're acquiring properties at deep enough discounts, we're able to overlook a lot of the other stuff like employment status or your available capital or your credit score. I've funded deals before for guys that have a 530 or a 550 credit score. I've funded deals for guys that lost their jobs that were just jumping into real estate full time. So that's why we're able to help regular people get big profit deals done. Guys like Jim Thomas, who worked on the railroad, and Chrissy Morrison, who's a former 6th grade math teacher. Even though the traditional banks would have laughed at them and laughed them out of the loan office, we funded their deals. In fact, most of the funding that we hand out, almost all of the deals that we close with no money down. Hell, we even roll in the rehab costs, if there's rehab and closing costs, into the loan. So that the only actual out-of-pocket cost you have up front is just for the appraisal and the inspection, which means you could literally be talking about maybe a couple $100 to get that deal closed and secure deals with the capacity to produce life-changing 5-figure profits. And while I advise every student of mine to assemble and create and build their own invisible bank, and that's exactly what I'll be teaching you in our classes, that way you always have full control over your funding. The only way to truly be free is to have full control. That's why I want you to have your own funding in your own invisible bank and not just rely on us. It's the best way for you to consistently close quickly without asking anyone, including me, for permission. See, the truth is, a lot of the students who join the Freedom Funding, they never even bother using my funding. But some of them, just to get started, they start using our funding right away. Because they find that simply using my invisible bank funding is so simple, so quick, so easy, they don't even really have to worry about finding their own lenders, okay? But like I said, you want to have your own lenders to have total flexibility. So they'd rather just use that time that they would use to raise their own capital to just go find another deal and quickly build their own fortune, $25,000, $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 or more over and over and over. In fact, some of our borrowers have come back to us again and again and again. Matter of fact, last month, out of half the deals we've closed were to repeat students who've come back again and again. But whether you choose to use our funding as a temporary solution or as the only solution doesn't really matter. The bottom line is, when you join Freedom Funding today, you gain access to peace of mind in knowing that your funding issues are going to be solved forever. And that whenever you come across a high profit deal, you have the ability to close on that deal quickly, confidently, and that ability places you in the elite upper echelon of investors today. There's a lot of posers, there's a lot of people who are part-time acting like they're real estate investors right now. But you know what? Most of them don't have funding. So this grants you the unfair advantage over almost all of your so-called competition because this allows you to effortlessly dominate your local market. So I want to hand you that advantage right now. But before I can, I need to know what the advantage is worth to you. To have that peace of mind in knowing you can close every high profit deal you come across without begging banks for a loan or without feeling powerless or undeserving, whether you're out there, you're working hard, but you don't want to feel like your time is being wasted as you're forced to walk away from big paydays because you couldn't find funding, right? That's the most frustrating thing. When I got started and when I really started focusing on this invisible bank funding, I felt free as a real estate investor because if I worked hard to find a good deal, I knew I could get it funded. That's the freedom that you need. So between the proven funding strategies that I'm offering you and the done-for-you funding I'm literally giving you through my own invisible bank, you'll have more than enough cash at your disposal to close on as many deals as you can find. That's going to allow you to really start building wealth at breakneck speed, setting you and your family up for a wonderful life free of financial struggle. So what's that worth to you? To never have to worry about how your bills will get paid again. To never have to worry about taking some extra time off to spend with your spouse or your kids. Because an entire year of living expenses can be generated by simply funding and flipping one deal. And even using our funding to close that deal. I can tell you what it's worth to you. I can tell you what I think it's worth. But I can't tell you what you think it's worth to you. That's for you to decide. But I can tell you that some of my highest level coaching students have happily paid me over $40,000 to learn these techniques and strategies that I'm offering you today. Hell, think about it. If all Freedom Funding did for you was allow you to generate one high profit deal, one, and that put $25,000 or $50,000 or more in your pocket, wouldn't that be worth at least $10,000? I mean, that's an instant, 250, 400, 500% ROI. So if this system only worked one time, right, you'd be making out like a bandit. Now, of course, there's so much more that this can do for you. There are no limitations. There's nothing stopping you from utilizing the Freedom Funding system or my done-for-you invisible bank funding to close 3 or 5 or 10 or 20 or more high-profit deals just this year alone. So in that case, we can both agree that the $10,000 price tag is probably starting to look like the steal of the century, which is why you should be ecstatic to learn that the membership in the Freedom Funding does not cost $10,000. Hell, it doesn't even cost $5,000 or even $4,000, because I wanted to make this life-changing program available to any serious investor, regardless of their budget, regardless if they were new, intermediate, or advanced. So I decided to keep this program at a reasonably priced number of just $2,995. Now, if you ask any of the hundreds of investors who've already used this system and we've funded their deals, or they've unlocked their own invisible bank, and they've done deals with no money down, they'll all tell you that price tag is an absolute steal. But guess what? While that is the regular price of this program, it's not the price that you're going to be paying today. You see, over the last 10 or 12 years, the real estate business has blessed me many, many, many times over. And especially now this year, I have a lot of reasons to celebrate. Because this is the 10-year anniversary of my company, Strategic Real Estate Coach. We've been coaching and mentoring and partnering with other investors now for 10 years. And over that time, I've had the pleasure of working with many, many great people. I've had many great partners and many great coaches and students and people that I've worked with. And I've changed the lives of literally thousands of students. So in celebration of that milestone, I want to slash a full $1,000 from your enrollment fee in the Freedom Funding Coaching, Mentoring, and Partnership Program. But the celebration doesn't stop there, because this is also the 5-year anniversary of me officially kicking pancreatic cancer and putting that in my past. They say after 5 years, you get the all clear from your doctor. So I'm one of the rare 7% who survived pancreatic cancer. And when I very easily could have had my life taken from me and my kids could have very easily grown up without their father, that's not something I take for granted by any means. And so I want to celebrate that. I want to celebrate the blessings that I've been given. And because of my 5-year anniversary of surviving pancreatic cancer, I also want to slash another $1,000 off of today's enrollment fee. Which means when you take action right now, when you find the order form that's right beneath this video, you'll get access to everything. The core coaching classes, right? The proven 8-figure Make It Rain private money PowerPoint presentation. The Click and Collect private money masterclass, where I show you how to find hundreds of invisible bank lenders in any city in less than 10 minutes using your laptop or your smartphone. The deal or no deal coaching and the deal evaluation, and have my team literally analyze your deals for you. And on top of all that, give you true done for you invisible bank funding, where I hand you all the funding you need to close deals quickly using my private Freeland funding fund. You get all that and much, much more for a one-time temporary enrollment fee of just $995. And over the course of a year, that breaks down to just about $2.70 roughly a day. I mean, you can't even go to Starbucks for that anymore. You'd have to settle for maybe a 20-ounce Coke to try to get your caffeine fix. So what would you rather do? Would you rather have a boatload of soda and a bunch of dental bills to go into your mouth? Or would you rather have a proven system that allows you to leverage other people's money to stuff huge profits into your pockets over and over and over again? You see, the choice should be blatantly obvious, but I'll make it even easier, because when you join Freedom Funding right now, I'm even going to give you the option to break your temporary $995 enrollment fee into 3 easy payments of just $385 a piece. So you can get started right now today, right beneath this video, for just $385. And if you aren't willing to invest that for something that has the proven ability to dramatically and rapidly transform your financial situation, then maybe you're beyond all hope. I don't know. Maybe you're just not ready to be serious about your success. But whether you decide to go with that payment plan or you decide to save 16% by taking the one-time $9.95 option, it doesn't really matter, because in case you didn't catch it, whatever enrollment fee you pay today is temporary. I mentioned that a few seconds ago, temporary. Because in reality, your entry into the Freedom Funding Coaching, Mentoring, and Partnership Program is free. You see, I don't want or need your money. I'm making a very healthy multi-million-dollar living by actually implementing the same systems I'm teaching you inside of Freedom Funding, which allows me to flip multiple properties each and every month, month after month after month. And we've been doing it for year after year after year. And so I'm offering this program for two special reasons. First, again, this is my magnus opus. It's my major contribution. It's my way to pay it forward to the next wave of investors in an industry that's given me so much. It's also the best way that I know to generate a fresh new batch of student partners for my invisible bank, for Freeland Ventures. So that's my motivation here, to bring in more students, to train more people, to get them to have their own invisible bank and to fund their deals for them. So I can deliver healthy returns to my invisible bank investors while helping you pocket life-changing profits. But here's the thing, the training, the coaching, the mentoring, these new students, it's very, very time intensive for me and for my staff and my faculty. So I need to protect my time just like you'd protect your time by making sure that I only work with those serious about achieving success. After all, I can and will break the system down for you into simple step-by-step actions and a simple step-by-step curriculum. But in the end, you still need to have to take those actions if you want to see results. And so by slapping a $9.95 enrollment fee on the program, hopefully that's enough of a deterrent to keep any time wasters or tire kickers out of this program. That way, I can focus my time and attention on those who really deserve it. People that really want to change their life. People like you who are ready to take the ball and run with it all the way to the end zone, score a touchdown, and have financial freedom. That's why the enrollment fee is in place, to protect my time, to protect your time, and to ensure that you get the benefit of this program and you get everything that you need out of it to get maximum results. Now, with that said, I have no actual intention of keeping your money. So here's actually what's going to happen. Because when you enroll in the Freedom Funding Coaching and Mentoring and Partnership Program, you're protected by not one, but two extremely powerful money-back guarantees. The first guarantee, the one I'd love to see you take advantage of, is the lifetime do-a-deal money-back guarantee, where you get to go through the entire Freedom Funding Program, utilize all of the insider strategies, the priceless resources, the documents, the notes, the mortgages, the PowerPoint presentations, the disclosures. Use all that to close on high profit real estate deals of your own. And then when you do, all you got to do is shoot me a quick video testimonial case study, walk me through the details of that deal, whether you used my money or not. Tell me how the coaching and training and funding program helped. I'll promptly and happily return your entire enrollment fee back to you. So in that sense, you literally get Freedom Funding for free, even after it produces major profits for you. But that's not the only way that you're going to be covered. Sure, it's going to be awesome when you start using the Freedom Funding system to close big profit real estate deals in 7 days or less without needing to come up with any down payments. But what if, for some strange reason, you aren't able to make Freedom Funding work for you, right? Maybe you can't grasp the instructions. Maybe you aren't willing to put in the minimal work that needs to go into it. Hell, maybe you just hate the sound of my voice. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Because you're also protected by our 30-day full satisfaction money-back guarantee, where again, you take full advantage of the Freedom Funding training, the coaching, the funding, everything that you're going to be getting. You get to attend the coaching classes, watch the videos, attend the live classes that we do every week. You get to interact with our coaches via email and phone calls and get all the support that you need. You apply the strategies, you submit deals for evaluation, you get the most out of the program as possible. And when you do, one of two things is gonna happen, okay? You're either blown away by the life-changing power that Freedom Funding provides. You're either fully convinced that joining the Freedom Funding was the greatest decision of your investing career. You're either 100% certain that all of your funding worries are behind you forever, and all of that is true, or I insist that you contact me within those 30 days for a full, satisfaction guarantee refund, right, of your entire enrollment fee. So you're literally covered on all angles. In the likely scenario, that Freedom Funding is a life changer for you, just like it's been for a number of our other students like Teddy Slack and Catherine Schimmel and Jack Petrick and Jack Marshall. And that scenario becomes a life changer for you, and it opens up doors to massive profits. It sends you speeding down the path of becoming a 6 or 7 figure investor. Then you get it all for free. In the less likely scenario, that for some reason you can't snap the simple puzzle pieces together and you can't make Freedom Funding work for you, well, you still get your money back. And so the only way that you could possibly actually lose today is if you refuse to take a risk-free trial of the Freedom Funding program today. The only way you can possibly lose is if you willingly choose to rob yourself of this opportunity. You shut down your video, you shut down your browser, and you walk away. That's the only way that you lose. You see, the opportunity to change your life is right in front of you, and it's been done for and it's been handled through this program for hundreds and hundreds of people before you. So you owe it to yourself to give Freedom Funding a try. And because I'd have a hard time sleeping at night unless I did everything in my power to get you Freedom Funding, I'm gonna sweeten the deal even more by giving you a priceless set of action taker only bonuses. Okay? So remember, the whole reason I created this program is because I wanna see you out there closing deals and making tons of money, which is why I'm hosting live implementation calls every Monday for the entire year. Every single Monday, I get on the phone live and I address your issues, your questions, your challenges. We talk about deals, we evaluate deals, and we talk about deals that you should be doing and not be doing live. We go through case studies. And I'll stay on the phone as long as it takes to answer every single question that comes in from our members. I'll personally help you to find a solution to any issue that might arise so that you can eliminate that and spend your time on track closing successful deals. Since my consulting time that I would normally charge is easily $1,000 an hour, and I even turn most of those offers down even at that price, the fact that you get direct access to me for an hour every Monday means that bonus alone is worth about $50,000 over the next 12 months. And in case an issue pops up during the week, I want to give you a second special bonus. So in case something kind of pressing emerges and you can't wait till Monday's implementation call, what I'm going to do is, in case you need to get something solved, like right now, something that's just, you have a deal, it's on life support, maybe it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and you got to get an answer right now. I'm also going to give you unlimited access to email coaching and phone coaching with my entire team of experts. So you're gonna meet with my brother Mark, my acquisitions and rehab contractor management expert. You're going to be able to talk to Kyle Garifo and Chris Cedar, my coaches who've done combined over 500 real estate deals. You're gonna hear from my attorneys, David Streeter and Joe Carney, and other Freedom Funding experts, and you'll be able to work with them and talk with them through our live classes and our email coaching as well. You're also gonna get bonus number 3, which is how to set up a magnetic market domination feeder funnel for massive amounts of high profit deals. So during this class, I'm gonna show you how to set up an automated system that motivates realtors and asset managers and wholesalers and motivated sellers in your market to bring you and deliver to you their highest profit deals directly to your doorstep with zero zero marketing costs. I know, as crazy as it sounds, this devious little feeder funnel turns your so-called competitors into an endless source of juicier than a dripping ribeye deals, where they'll do all the work, they talk to the sellers, they get the properties under contract, and they hand them off to you, where you get to keep the lion's share of the profits for yourself. And these are on deals that they deliver to you. So nothing illustrates the power of funding better than this. And once you learn how to open the floodgates to an endless amount of high profit deals, you're gonna have to pick and choose which deals you really want to do, which ones are really worth your time. So you're gonna wanna quickly figure out which deals are guaranteed to deliver to you the most profits. So that's where our Profit Predictor plug and play worksheet comes in. This worksheet calculates exactly how much profit you're gonna make. And I've been honing this in for years. All I do is plug in the numbers, and this foolproof formula has been dialed in on over 700 of my no money down flips. And now you can use it to estimate your cash in pocket profit on every deal. It's almost down to the very last penny, so that you know exactly how much money you can expect to make from each deal, and only go after the ones that are sure to deliver the biggest bang for your buck. I'm also gonna give you bonus number 5, which is my personal invisible bank lender Rolodex. In this one, I'm gonna give you my personal private lender database of 58 different asset-based invisible bank investment lenders. Other companies and individuals that do rental portfolio funding, cash flow property funding, bridge funding, gap funding, they do lines of credit between $1 million to $25 million. And just so you know, we've had a couple of our students just very recently get approved for $2, $3, $4 million lines of credit through one of our affiliate lenders. Now listen, I can teach you the most effective strategies for finding, funding, and flipping properties, but it won't do you any good if you get thrown in jail. Of course, all these strategies I'm teaching are completely safe, they're completely legal, they're completely above board. I have multiple attorneys that are also going to be participating in these training classes. But when it comes to raising private capital, the SEC tends to pay very close attention. So there's very specific ways to do it, and we're gonna teach you exactly what to do and what to say. And that's why I've got my trusted real estate attorneys, David Streeter and Joe Carney, to come join me for this special master class, where you'll break down all of the common private lender mistakes and all the different disclosures that you need to make. Especially the mistakes, because we don't want any of our amateurs and newbies getting into any kind of legal hot water. Okay, I've never been sued over a real estate transaction, so I'll show you exactly how to handle your business. I'll also hand you our squeaky clean private money documents and paperwork that I've paid over $15,000 to produce and use. I'll walk you through exactly how to use them, how you can rake in the big bucks using them without the fear of Big Brother breathing down your neck. And perhaps most valuable of all, this one bonus module alone is easily worth 50 or 100 times the cost of this entire coaching and partnership program. The ultimate endgame. This next bonus is called the ultimate endgame, the Go Big and Go Home Passive Income Masterclass. In this class, I'm going to teach you how to retire in extreme luxury with massive passive income, entirely funded by invisible bank money. Now, I recently used this exact blueprint to put together a multi-million-dollar deal. And we'll walk you through that inside of the live classes. I'm also going to teach you how to take the profits that you're making from your big flips and turn around and lend that money out to other investors so you can receive big double-digit returns on your passive investment income. In total, we're looking at what might literally be the most valuable set of bonuses ever assembled. Because where else can you get a multimillionaire investor willing to lend you his personal attention every week for a full calendar year? Where else can you get unlimited email access to an entire dream team of expert real estate investors willing to use their massive amounts of in the trenches experience to solve your pressing problems quickly. What else can you learn? A proven system that not only eliminates your competition, but actually converts your competition into a consistent source of high profit deals. Nobody else is teaching this stuff. And very few people, honestly, are even capable of teaching this stuff. And if they did, you better believe it would come at a much higher price tag that I'm offering you today. And that's before even considering the literal life-changing advice you're getting from my trusted real estate attorneys and my securities attorneys. That's not even mentioning the profit predictor worksheets, which can literally save you hundreds of hours of chasing after deals that don't even have enough meat on the bone. And if you want to retire in extreme luxury, there isn't a more powerful training out there than my ultimate endgame passive income masterclass. Matter of fact, this bonus package is so valuable that even if you had zero interest in learning how to get your deals funded for you, Freedom Funding would still be a no-brainer because of the real-world value of this bonus package alone. We're literally talking about an easy $50,000 to $100,000 in bonuses here. I mean, I've spent over $100,000 working with just my securities attorney to build my fund and my lending company. And it's all yours for less than pennies on the dollar. Some, even most, would say I'm crazy to give away this much for so little. But if that's what it takes to get you to give this life-changing program an honest try, then that's the gesture that I'm willing to make. Because I know Freedom Funding has the power to change your life. It's literally happened for me, and it's happened for hundreds of others of our students. People that were starting from a place, so low on the totem pole. Guys that were out of work, guys with 500 credit scores, people that had regular jobs working 50, 60, 70 hours a week. This program allowed them to get free. Yet those people were able to quickly acquire the lifestyles of their dreams using this program, filled with more income and more freedom than they ever thought possible. And in every case, their story all started the same way, the same as yours. They made one simple decision to cast all their self-doubt aside and finally take action. And that's who these limited time action bonuses, they're here to benefit. They're here to benefit action takers, those who are willing to take advantage of the risk-free opportunity that's presenting itself right now. Now, with that said, this priceless bonus package will not last. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to remove at least some of these action bonuses in the very near future. Could be next month, could be next week. This entire program might come down tomorrow. That'll depend on the response. It depends on how many people decided to jump in and take me up on this opportunity today. Because once I feel like there's too many people getting their hands on these high-level secrets, I gotta pull the plug. I have to take it away. So really, the only way to guarantee that you'll get access to this $50,000 to $100,000 bonus package, the training, the live coaching, the $500,000 verifiable proof of funds letter, and everything that we're including, the only way to guarantee that you'll get access to it all is to take this risk-free trial right now. When you do, you're protected by those two extremely powerful guarantees. So there truly isn't any risk in taking action. The only risk that you take today is to not enroll. And you watch this extremely powerful program expire before you were able to stake your claim to it. Hell, if you wait too long, this entire program might be closed in general. Okay, because while it's true that I'm looking for more student borrowers and students to partner with and fund their deals, students to work with and set them free, people who want to use our invisible bank funding, I do still have to make sure that there's enough funding to go around for all of our existing current members. Some of my students have come back and closed 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 deals per month with us. So there's a delicate balance here. Our members are our #1 priority. And if it comes down to it, we have to err on the side of caution and make sure there's not too many members gobbling up all the money. We have to make sure there's money for everybody. So I'm not telling you that because I'm trying to pressure you. This doesn't some kind of fake, scarcity guru BS. I just want you to be aware that this is a real situation that I have to monitor on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. So if you come back to invisiblebankfunding.com next week to reserve your spot, and if you see a sorry, we're closed page or we're closed sign, or the website doesn't work at all, well, I just wanted you to let you know that you've been warned so you don't feel blindsided. Because I'm telling you right now, that's a very real and distinct possibility. That's why I'm pushing you to take action on this no-brainer offer that's in front of you right now. Don't wait. Because if you have any interest in this program whatsoever, the logical move is for you to get in now, right, at the lowest possible price and with the full suite of powerful and life-changing bonuses. Why would you wait until the program reopens sometime in the future at the regular price of almost $3,000 and when it won't include the bonuses? That just doesn't make any sense. Why would you purposely pay more and receive less in the future? And as you know, good deals go fast. So deals like this don't last forever. But let's even look past all the money that you're saving by taking action today. As this program proves over and over and over again, money is easily replenishable. But what's really important is the time that you're saving. Because there's no reason for you to waste months or even years of struggling to make ends meet. When you have a proven solution that allows you to close on big profit deals in 7 days or less, it allows you to write all cash offers, right? That's a big deal. Even if Freedom Funding were guaranteed to stay open forever, which it's not, every day you delay in joining this program and getting started, every day that you delay could have been a day of you closing a big profit deal. It's another day that you could have been free from your day job, right? The alarm clock, the jerk boss, whatever it is that you do on a daily basis that you don't enjoy, every day that you waste is another day doing something, wasting your time. It's another day you could have been living your dreams on your terms, right? Doing the things that you want to do with the people that you love and the places that you want to be. That's what's really important here, right? The Freedom Funding doesn't just give you more free time. It actually allows you to buy your time back using other people's money. Because once you get this system dialed in, you'll have people spending their time bringing their deals to your doorstep while you're on the couch or at the beach or on the golf course or surfing or playing with your kids. Instead, if you want to work for some heartless, rich corporation, right? Instead of allowing your time to build their wealth, get free. Use your time to build your own wealth. I don't know how many other programs out there can offer that, which is why the smart move is to just say maybe. Say maybe to Freedom Funding right now. After all, you don't have to make any actual decision right now. You have 30 full days from the time you enroll to reap all the benefits of this powerful, life-changing program and see for yourself that it lives up to all the promises that I'm making today. I mean, just look at how far you've come in the last hour alone. You know the secret to closing high-profit deals within 7 days or less without using your own money. Now you know why we're in the middle of the greatest wealth-building opportunity of our lifetime. Heck, you even know what a real no-money down deal looks like, because I've walked you through dozens of those deals on this page and in this free on-demand training. So why not take one final crucial last step that takes all the practical knowledge that you've picked up today, all the knowledge that I've accumulated over the last 12 years, and converts that knowledge into cold, hard, spendable cash? Why not take that one extra step that unlocks the doors to all the financial and time freedom that you've ever wanted? Why not take that one final step to enroll in this program that will grant you unlimited purchasing power and establishes you as a force to be reckoned with in any market that you choose to enter? Why not build your own private bank and leverage other people's money to build your financial empire for you that you deserve. Because personally, honestly, I can't think of any reasons. I'm not seeing any downside here. You either win big or the program is free. So unless you've stumbled upon some dark reason not to give Freedom Funding a risk-free chance at changing your life, then the logical step is for you to fill out the order form below, pick your payment plan, lock in your enrollment, right? So do yourself a favor, just filling out the enrollment form below, see if it feels right. Let that be the judge. When it does, you're able to finish with full confidence, knowing that you're fully covered by our 2 extremely powerful guarantees and that your entire investment is fully covered. Either way, I want to thank you for spending your time with me today. Again, my name is Josh Cantwell, and on behalf of my team at Strategic Real Estate Coach, Freeland Ventures, and Yellow Jacket Properties, we're all looking forward to seeing you inside of the Freedom Funding program so we can bring you those big, life-changing paydays that you deserve. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you on the inside.